guys, thank you for tuning in into RT-Imports, Royal Tiger Imports. I'm Uli, this is Sean. Today we want to show you actually all the different Enfields we have received with the different grades. You know, in the last video I got comments, hey guys, can you do a video on the C grades, on the B grades, on the A grades, whatever you have. And this video is basically a video of, you know, to fulfill your request, guys. So here are all kind of different Enfield rifles, various conditions, and actually the metal condition of all of them is fairly nice. You know, some have complete stocks, some don't have complete stocks, but Shaw will show you all in detail what it's all about. So, Shaw, just tell us, what do we have here?
Sure. Well, we've got a variety of conditions for Enfield No1 Mark IIIs and No4 Mark Is as well. This is just kind of a sampling of what came in our most recent shipment, including a really special one. We got a handful of No1 Mark V trials rifles, but we'll get to those later close up. In the meantime, we've got some No1 Mark III C grades. The first three are kind of a general condition of what you might be willing to receive. We've also got some No1 Mark IIIs here that have the shortened forend. Generally speaking, that's the main modification to it, and the rest of the rifle is mostly complete, but we do have advertised exactly what the issues are. And then we also have some nicer No1 Mark IIIs. We have A grade and B grade available, as well as some nice No4 Mark Is, and like I mentioned, the No1 Mark V. So quite the variety.
So that's cool. So basically the No4 Mark Is, we have different manufacturers, right? We have the British ones, we have the and the Savage ones, is that right? And the Canadian Long Branch.
Yes, we've got pretty much all manufacturers.
That's excellent. And you know, I think the metal condition even of the C grades is fairly nice, and maybe you can show the folks later on in the detailed close-up video. I mean, it's really nice. I'm actually impressed with the metal condition. So guys, if you put a new slab of wood on there, I mean, they will turn out beautifully. So they're beautiful guns for your collection.
Absolutely.
Excellent, excellent. So folks, thank you for watching. Shaw will be putting up now the close-up video, and then we'll have it published today. Again, thank you for your business. Thanks for watching. God bless, and God bless America. Happy 4th of July, y'all.
All right, folks, let's get a closer look at these Enfields. Like I mentioned previously, these three we have at the bottom here are somewhat of a variety of C grades. You can see that some of them are missing the upper handguards, some will have cracked upper handguards. Some of them are missing safety components, such as some of the small washers in between or the safety lever itself, etc. However, most do have the safety levers. You can also see the dings, dents, scratches, even a little bit of trench art. So you will see Christian trench art, you'll see Muslim trench art, and all sorts of names, carvings, all sorts of different things on these. You can also see that this one has a bit better metal finish, while still having some issues with the wood. Again, the main condition of the C grades is wood damage. That is, generally speaking, your main concern, followed by some possible missing parts, stock repairs, such as this one visible here. You can also see the other condition of some of the C grades here. This one happens to be a shortened forend. And you can see they have different varieties of shortened forend. Some are smooth, kind of similar to a No5 Mark I jungle carbine. Some have steps to them, but generally speaking, they're all shortened in front of the middle barrel band there. And it's important to also mention at the moment, the C grades do not come with magazines at this time. So otherwise, the rifle is as described in the ad. However, we do have it noted that they do not come with magazines. And as we mentioned previously, you will see a variety of manufacturers. For example, if we look at this one up close, although it does need some cleaning to see, you can see that this one is a 1917 British manufactured one. And if we move on to the next ones here, you can see that these are in a little bit better condition overall. They have complete wood furniture. And also, you can see that the metal condition is not too bad on these. And they are 100% functional. And many of these have good bores. For the C and B grades, we cannot guarantee bore condition at this time. Some have poor bores, some have great bores. However, with the original condition ones, we do have a lot more available at the moment that have some very nice bores. We also have some No4 Mark Is. We only have two here right at the moment. These are more along the lines of A grade as what we would consider. As you can see, this one has some better metal finish. And this one has been updated. This originally was a number 4 Mark 1, and it's been updated to the 1/2 configuration, which is where there is some different trigger work, among other small modifications and upgrades. And the one number 4 I just showed was a British production. This one may not have any information here. However, if you can look at the other side, you can see that this one was also a British manufactured one. And while we're here focusing on the Enfields, it's important to note that we now have a smaller, cleaner import mark. As you can see on the side of the receiver right there, we have our import mark. It is a laser engraved import mark and is much smaller than our original mark. And finally, moving on, we have a number 5 Mark 1 trials rifle. These are incredibly rare. As you can see, they look very similar to a number 1 Mark 3. However, the rear sight was upgraded for a trials run. You can see that this is a large rear aperture, somewhat of a similar aperture setup to the P14, although the rear sight leaf, for lack of a better term, is designed a bit differently. But the sight picture is very similar. And in my opinion, this is probably the best number 1 series set of sights. While the number 1 Mark 3s with their flat blade rear sight are a nice sight picture, this is much more effective for a combat scenario. So, overall, we've got quite the variety of Enfields here. Stay tuned and keep an eye out for any flyers and any more updates. Thank you very much for watching. God bless.